Today we're turning ourselves into Daniela from Katseye. I posted a video recently on my TikTok and so many of y'all said that you thought I looked like Daniela. I don't see it, but I'll take it. I think I'm gonna start with the makeup, and then I'm also going to try to accomplish this hair look that she's got that I really like. It's got these like gold hair rings in it. Been really into hair jewelry lately, so I feel like this is the perfect time to try that. I washed my face already. I am just putting on some toner. This is the green tea fresh toner from Isntree. I know some people knock this product, but I've been using it for years. Absolutely love it. And then my daytime moisturizer is Innisfree, different from Isntree. Brighten and Glow Cherry Blossom Glow Serum. Bottle looks like. This is just a very, very light moisturizer. I like this one a lot, but I feel like my skin needs more moisture, so I'm gonna start using my Medicube one both day and nighttime. Okay, so I'm following a tutorial that I found on TikTok. So we're gonna follow it to the best of our abilities, and then we're gonna try to just create the hair off of a picture that I found of her. I am also using this opportunity to try this brand new set of brushes that I got. Since I've been doing more makeup content, I figured it was time for me to get some more makeup brushes because the ones that I had were really old. So they all came in this bag. There are so many in here. You can see there's so many, and they're all pink. I think I'm going through a little bit of like pink withdrawal right now because as a kid, I absolutely hated pink, and now I want everything in my life to be pink. Here's what the brushes look like. Came with this little bag, and they also came with a little wash tray. Of course, we got our sponges. These massive powder puffs, I don't know what these are for. We got some powder puffs for powder, duh, and then some for like concealer. So we're gonna use this video to try out the new makeup brushes and also try this makeup and hair look. The other thing that I personally love is, as someone who is not very good at makeup, it says on it what brush it is, what it's used for. So I won't ever use the wrong brush ever again. Also, I'm sorry if I'm like looking here and I have to be looking here. I'm not used to doing a sideways video. I'm used to doing vertical. So it's gonna take some practice for me to remember to look there. Okay, so the first thing we're starting with is eyebrows, and I've been really enjoying this laminate gel from e.l.f. It looks crazy because it goes on white, but honestly, this stuff like really holds my eyebrows in place. Start by using the spoolie to get the product in, and then you just take the cap off, and you've got two options for a little comb and then some bristles to like really lay them down flat. So I use the comb to kind of just brush through all of my eyebrow hairs. Then I usually use the bristle brush to kind of drag it across and shape the hairs the direction that I want them to go. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go in with foundation. She's using what looks like a medium coverage, very, very glowy one. And I just have the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. I'm actually going to use a brush this time. I never use a brush, but we have to try out the new brushes. So I have this angled one that is labeled as a foundation brush. And I've seen people online do this. So hopefully this will make a difference. But I'm just working it into the brush. And then I'm going to start patting it into my skin. I feel like this method also makes a lot of sense if you don't want super, super heavy coverage. It's a very, very light, natural layer. And I'm assuming I can go in after this with a blending sponge and like really, really make it airbrushed. I actually really, really think I like this method. I've never done this before, and I feel like that just gave me like the perfect amount of coverage, but it still looks super glowy and it still looks like my skin. Look at this blending sponge that came with it.
It's so round and perfect.
I kind of love it. I'm going to go in with a dewy setting spray and just take that all over the sponge and just kind of press the foundation in a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to take a pause on the complexion and go in with an eyebrow pen to fill in my eyebrows now that the laminate is dry. Daniela has very pointed eyebrows that basically just go straight up. I'm sorry, I do not have the commitment to shave off my eyebrows just for this video. We're just gonna do my natural shape and just fill them in and just try to make them as straight as possible. I'll bring the tail out just a little bit straighter, and I'll use concealer to cover up my real eyebrow a little bit, but we're not shaving them. I've been into a really unkempt look for the eyebrows lately where I'll draw a couple of hairs that are going different directions on the insides, but hers are very like snatched. So I think we're gonna try to keep them clean today. I will still add a couple hairs on the inside just to make my eyebrows a little longer. Okay, so now we're gonna do something that I really don't like doing. And we're carving out the edge of my eyebrows with some concealer. I don't like doing it because I'm not very good at it, but we'll do our best. I'm gonna cover up my real eyebrow hairs just a little bit to try to give the illusion of straighter eyebrows. So this concealer is not covering up my eyebrows like I thought it would, and I'm low-key kind of considering that maybe I am crazy enough to shave off the edge of my eyebrows. Because if you look really close, you can literally see the rest of my eyebrow dipping down. And I don't know how to cover it. I'm not a makeup girly. I just like to do makeup occasionally. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to say screw it. I'm just going to shave them. It's just the tiniest edge over here anyway. It'll grow back. For the complexion, she has got like a bronzer contour situation going all along the forehead. Yeah, there's a little bit right above the cheeks. Everything about Daniela from Katseye is like very snatched. So that's what we're going for. So I'm going to bring everything up higher than I normally do. There's also a lot of focused contour like right here. And I think it comes to a point, like really skinny. And then under the nose as well. Now before I blend that out, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. And I have this little concealer brush. And I'm just going to put it, it looks like in the tutorial, she just kind of puts it in this area and blends it out. Oh my gosh, this brush holds way more product than I thought. I'm just going to go in with one of these little baby beauty sponges with my setting spray and just kind of blend out the edges a little bit more, make it look a little smoother. Blending out the contour. And then I have this little smaller precision brush for the nose. And I'm going to take any like excess and blend it into my crease and kind of flip it up. I kind of really like this nose contour. So now we are powdering the face down. I'm going to try to work that powder up into the nose contour so that that looks a little bit more snatched. I'm going to wipe some of that excess powder away with a clean brush. We're going to set the powders with a little bit of powder bronzer. Though I had to contour a little bit because she's a lot more sculpted than I am, I ultimately want this to be a very bronzy look. A lot of the looks that I have seen for Daniela feature faux freckles. So we're going to try that, but I don't have any sort of actual faux freckle product, so we're just using an eyebrow brush that is dripping. Great. Okay, so the eyes I'm a little nervous about because the last time I did an eye look like this, I got a lot of hate. A lot of people were like, that's too dark, you can't do that. It looks like she's just doing some sort of like kind of dark cool tone brown, and she's literally just putting it all over the lid, kind of lifting it up a little bit and then going underneath. So I'm going to go a lot lighter this time than I did with the Kim K look that I tried to recreate. Hopefully y'all won't get as mad at me. Working in on the bottom as well. Kind of take it upwards in that direction we've done the top part. Okay, now we're moving on to eyeliner, which I hate. I'm so bad at eyeliner. And it's eyeliner that's going up too, which is, I'm even more bad at that. Some of y'all said that I didn't have hooded eyes, but I do. If I look straight at you, if I try to draw right here, like you see how there's a hood right there that's in the way. So yeah, I have hooded eyes. Thank you. I promise I know my body. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. It's that like really, really pretty siren-y look, and I don't have that. My eyes are really round. We don't do this very well. Hello, this is me from the future. I realized in the video I didn't actually go through what I did for eyeliner, and I think coincidentally, I also found a hack for anybody who has slightly hooded eyes like me. So essentially, you want to do a thin line all the way across your eye. You can either do all the way across, you can do halfway across. It's your preference at that point. But what you want to do is you want to kind of like bring the eyeliner under and then flick up. So rather than like going straight across, or like I saw a tutorial where you start at your hood and then you draw out and you draw straight across and you get that weird like bat wing shape, I just like follow the natural shape of my eye and then go under the hood and then up. I usually start with the outer edge and just trace along my eye. And it's all about just like doing what works for your eye shape, obviously. I feel like this works really well for people like me who have a slightly hooded eye. I'm looking in my mirror straight ahead and I'm trying to keep my eyes open so that I can go under and then flick up. And then I'll just connect it down to where the lower lash line is. And see, now I feel like when I'm looking straight at you, it looks like it belongs on my eye. It doesn't look weird. It doesn't look crazy. It looks like it's following the natural shape of my eye. Try to recreate it on this side. We still get that shape of like the down up. And I feel like that complements my eye shape so well. I also feel like it's way easier to do than a lot of the tutorials. So just wanted to come in here and like show y'all actually in depth what I did with my eyeliner, because I feel like it works really, really well for this eye shape. Okay, so now we are going in with a black eye pencil. This one's really thick, so I always like to use the brush to get really, really precise. We're going all over the waterline. She does a little inner wing. I got this new brush that is super, super thin and tiny, and we're gonna try this and see if that helps us create like a really precise baby wing. Oh my god, that was so easy. Looking at my photo reference, it looks like the bronzer that she's got is a lot more pronounced, so I'm actually going to go a little heavier handed than what I'm normally comfortable with. I think it'll also tie in the eyes now that the eyes are done. Very happy with the eyes, by the way. So now we're moving on to the lips. So I'm going to clean off my chapstick. And it looks like for Daniela's typical look, she does like a liner with a lighter color in the middle. So I'm going to go in with this POV liner that I got. This one is in the shade Charred Cider. I don't have a lot of great options for like a pinky color in the middle, but I'm going to try this one because I remember it was slightly cool toned, which is kind of what I'm going for. I actually like that a lot. I think that works really well. Just going to go in and deepen up some of the lip liner. And this would be the completed Daniela Katseye makeup look.
Oh my god.
I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm so glad you guys complimented me and told me I looked like Daniela, because I think this is my new like nighttime baddie makeup. I know a lot of people really liked the Arabian makeup, but I honestly like this one way more. And because I have this new little brush and being able to do those like inner wings super, super tiny, I'm okay with it now. I literally just said in a past video the other day that I didn't know how I felt about the inner corner wing anymore. Now I'm okay with it. If I can make it really, really small like that, I'm okay with it. Okay, so now that the makeup's done, we're gonna get on to the hair.